SkinnyGPanda here, and I am back with some videos. So today I wanted to talk about solo hiking. I've noticed a trend going on YouTube where a couple people are talking about like solo hiking and tips and tricks of what they do, and I decided today I was going to take the time and tell you what I do. So number one, what I do is location. So the first thing I research when I am locating a hiking, I either use All Trails or Google, and I like to keep my trail somewhere within like 2 hours of my home. I feel comfortable in that because if there was any type of situation where I had to bail or I needed help, it's within a great distance that either a friend or family can come and meet me, or if I need to be rescued, it's somewhat within realms of not too far. So that's the one thing I look for, is location, somewhere near my home within 2 hours. I like to figure out where the parking lot's gonna be, and I like to figure out the route and the mileage of the trail. So sometimes I keep it under 10 miles. And as far as like the route goes, I just make sure I have it either printed out to take a copy with me, or like I said, the All Trails or some type of GPS system. Number two, communication. So usually when I go on a solo hike, I like to communicate either with a friend or a family member, usually up to 2 people, as to where I'm going to be going. That's why it was key for the location. So I explain to them where I'm going, where I'm parked. I give them the route that I'm looking to hike, the mileage, approximation of like a time, and I even include sometimes a selfie of just what I'm wearing. You just never know. Usually with those people, I like to communicate worst case scenarios, just in the event something was to happen, on when they need to either come and help me out or need to contact authorities. Usually devise a plan of that nature. But yeah, anytime I am hiking, the second tip that I do is I communicate to people and let them know where I'm at and what I'm doing. Number 3, pay attention. This is key for your surroundings. You definitely want to make sure you pay attention to your surroundings. I know for me, when I'm hiking solo, the tranquility and the peacefulness really clears my mind, and that ends up leading to me to zone out and constantly look down. Well, when you are solo hiking, you want to make sure you pick up your head. Look straight forward, see what's out in front of you. You also want to be sure to look behind you every now and then. You just never know. It's perfectly fine to look behind you and just pay attention. What I also like to do is pay attention to who's around me. So when people pass me or I pass them, I like to make sure I kind of pay attention to the details. What are they wearing? What gender are they? Do they have kids? Does it look like a family? Is it a couple? This is key for tip number 4 of why I do it. So stay tuned. All right, protection is number 4. So this is actually a 2-part. First, there's animals. So for animals, I would recommend bringing like a bear bowl with you, or bear spray if you're in bear country. A trekking pole is always a really nice additive, just in case you do approach one that seems to be violent. Most of them aren't really violent. It's just hard to distinguish the difference sometimes. So it's really good to have those items. The second protection is people. You just never know. When you're on a trail, there's always that little voice sometimes in, I know, my mind, I don't know if yours, where you're unsure if someone's looking to provoke a solo hiker. That is why I pay attention to my surroundings with the people. So I like to take a look to see who was in front of me, what were they wearing, and details of that nature. So if I do get approached by someone that I just don't feel comfortable with, or my gut is telling me something's off, I am able to lead them to believe that I'm not alone. That's very important key, is just to lead someone to believe that you're not alone. So staying focused and staying confident on the trail, not looking like you're confused or even lost when people approach, is always a good measure to take. And last but not least, whew, completion. So when you're done with the trail, make sure you follow up with the people that you communicated with about where you were at, either as soon as you're done with the trail or when you get home, depending on the time that it took for you to complete it. Making sure that you follow up with your, I don't know, security people, more or less, is really key, because they know that your well-being is safe and sound. So last but not least, have fun. I mean, don't be afraid to get out there and hike alone. It's definitely very peaceful. You could hike at your own speed, and it's definitely very doable. Or if you're worried about hiking alone and you're in the northeast area, kind of like in Pennsylvania, check me out. Let me know. I'll come hike with you. All right, have a good one. Bye.